Welcome back to Her Rules Radio. This is Alexandra Jameson, your hostess, your master coach and guide in your pocket, in your earbuds, coming through the airwaves. Today on Her Rules Radio, I want to take you deep down to your soul, deep down into you. You know, authenticity is a word that's getting used a lot lately, and I like that. It's great. I am a truth seeker for sure. And my clients, driven, creative women, every one, are always looking for the truth. What am I really about? What am I really aiming for? They're looking for clarity. They're looking for a connection to their passion and their purpose. They're looking for, a way to really get a clear picture of their mission. And in order to be clear on all that, and in order to get intrinsically motivated, we need to be in connection with ourselves. We need to be authentically aligned. And authenticity is really knowing yourself and letting other people in on the secret. So today I want to share with you some great coaching questions. Coaching is not just for problems. Coaching can help you avoid problems, and it can help you get clear on where you want to go. It's why so many very successful people, including people like Bill Gates and Oprah, talk about how everyone needs a coach. Coaches don't often provide answers, but we ask great questions. I like to offer a lot of experiments, and I like to ask really meaningful, sometimes tear-jerking, soul-touching questions. And it's really important to give yourself some space, taking and making space for self-reflection. Plants don't grow if there's no space. Humans don't grow if there's no space. So you need to have space and time for yourself. Even if you have a journal in your purse or in your car where you can take a few minutes, even a few minutes every day, to write out some ideas based on these questions. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you some of the questions that I use with my VIP clients, my elite creatrix clients. It is possible to coach yourself. You can use these questions to help yourself get clear. And I think writing them is very helpful, but you can also speak your answers into a voice memo. Or you can buddy up with a friend and coach each other. One of the great coaching guides that I've created, if I do say so myself, is the How to Write Your Fuck It list, which is on my website for free to download. You can go to herrulesradio.com, go to Stuff You Need or Free Stuff up at the top. You can download the How to Write Your Fuck It list. It has some great coaching questions in there. But work your way through these coaching questions that I'm going to share with you now. And choose ones. You don't have to go 1 through 20, but choose ones that really feel like, there's something there. Now, don't just choose the easy ones. Choose some that make you uncomfortable or challenge you. And don't try to answer them too quickly. Take your time to consider your answers. So 1, what would it look like if you were entirely, completely, 100% successful? What would your life look like? Really paint a picture. And how would it feel? 2, why do you want that? Right? Why are those things that you would have and feel if you were successful important? Why do you want that success that you're envisioning? 3, let's say it's 6 months from now and things have gone so beautifully. They've turned out perfectly. Everything you want is working out. What would you see and feel? Next question. What would be your next goal after you achieve your current goal? What's the next thing? What's the next thing pulling at? Next question. What would you do if you had unlimited resources, both in your work and in your life? Next, what is so important to you that you would stand in front of a bus to defend it? That's a good one. Next question, what can you accomplish that doesn't depend on others? And then a follow-up question, what are your resources and who are your resources? I like that question, what can you accomplish that doesn't depend on others? But sometimes we try to do everything alone, and sometimes it's good to remember all the resources and community and access that we do have. So what can you accomplish that doesn't depend on others? And the follow-up question, what access to resources and community do you have? Next question, what's your current biggest problem or challenge? Could be health, physical, could be emotional, mental, could be a relationship. And a follow-up question, if this weren't a problem, what would be your next biggest problem or challenge? Next question is, what's going well? This is a great positive psychology question. Instead of focusing on what's wrong with you, what's going well? What's right with you? Let's focus on building and broadening what's good about you. Follow-up question, what has contributed to your success so far? And then another follow-up question, what obstacles or challenges have you faced? What did you do and what did you learn? Right? A great way to remember your strengths and resiliencies. Next question. What obstacles do you expect to face? What do you see coming down the road? And how do you plan to approach and handle them? Couple more questions. What were some of your biggest mistakes or failures, and what did you learn from them? Really acknowledging your growth thus far. And finally, what is one step you could take right now that would indicate, that would show you, that would prove to you that you are actually moving forward? What's one step you could take right now that would indicate that you're moving forward? So, these personal coaching questions are a way to really challenge yourself. And, it's not about confronting yourself, but it really is about being honest and looking at the truth. And that is what helps us to develop a solid sense of self so that we can do what's right. We show up and we earn our own self-respect. So these kinds of coaching questions, you can get the entire How to Write Your Fuck It List free book, which is over at herrulesradio.com. And when you go to herrulesradio.com, you will see up at the top a little menu, and you can go to the work, and right under that it says Fuck It List free. You can download that and use that as a guide. Do some of these self-coaching questions. Take some time, write it out, speak it out into a voice memo if you prefer that. You can do that while walking, or you can take yourself out for a nice cup of tea to your favorite cafe when you have some space. You deserve the time, and honestly, really being authentic about who you are is when you start to feel that self-worth, that self-confidence. I hope that this was helpful. And if you're not already connected with me over on Instagram, go find me at DeliciousAlex. We'll be back next week with a great interview. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.